I would like to start this video by apologizing to you for the delay. Some big things happened in my life in these last 4 months which kept me away from these hobbies. I had completely given up on this hobby and many others until this present day when I woke up and realized that the Sakura season in Japan was coming to an end. I woke up and got ready for work as usual, but when I looked outside from the balcony of my apartment, I saw all the cherry blossoms which were once up in the trees were now flying away with the wind. This made me realize how all seasons change and how we should move on just like nature to continue looking forward, enjoying and living every day of our lives as we go. We should learn from the past, let go of the wrongs, and think about the future. And with thoughts like these, I decided to get back to my hobby and complete this restoration video series of the Sharp x68000. In the previous video, we were able to start the machine and get the insert bootable disk message. Hence, let's start this video by cleaning and restoring the floppy drives. To remove the floppy drives from the chassis, we should first free it from the ribbons and then unscrew the 3 screws that are holding it in its place. We would also need to remove the hard drive, as one of the screws that is holding it in its place is also holding the floppy drive mounted to the chassis of the computer. Once the last screw is removed, we will pull out these status LED connections . And then slowly pull out the drives. We would also remove the eject button connections. And there you have it, the 5 1/4 inch floppy drives. Aren't they a beauty? To remove the drives from the mount chassis, we simply unscrew the 8 screws that are holding them together. If you accidentally sheared a screw, then you can use a pair of pliers to remove it like this. Once the drives are free, you will see that they are covered in RF shields from all around. To remove these RF shields, we need to unscrew all the screws that are holding it in its place. Once you remove the RF shield, you will gain access to the floppy drive mechanics. I have labeled the important parts here for your reference. Now we need to clean this. The floppy drive is a very delicate device, hence please follow extreme caution while cleaning it. I can see that the ones I have here are in very good shape themselves, hence I will be doing a very minimal cleaning on them, starting with a simple isopropyl alcohol cleanup of the old grease in the stepper motor rails. Once the stepper motor rails are all greased up, I will clean the head with isopropyl alcohol by placing a Q-tip soaked with isopropyl alcohol over the heads. I have not performed a capacitor replacement of the drives as I felt it was not necessary. Now the drives are all ready to go back into the machine. After placing the floppy drive back into the chassis, it is now time to do something about the hard drive. To free the hard drive from the mounter assembly, we remove these 4 screws. Once the hard drive is free, we will now install the Aztec Monster SCSI to CF card in this mounting assembly. This will allow us to use a CF card as a SCSI hard drive for this machine. Isn't this a beautiful device? Mounting the SCSI to CF adapter is very easy. You just have to mount the proper screws in the proper place, and there you have it, all ready to be placed right back into the system. Now it's time to prepare the compact flash or CF card. To prepare the card is really easy. We simply put the compact flash card in a flash card reader writer device and plug it to the computer. The access LED turns on, and now we run the program WinImage. And yes, I do use a PC running Microsoft Windows operating system. Once the program runs, we go to the disk menu and then we click on Restore Virtual Hard Disk Image on Physical Drive. And then a new window will pop up asking us to select a disk. Choose the CF card that we just inserted and then click OK. The system will then ask you to load an image that will be written onto the card. I choose the x68000 hard drive image, which has been craftily constructed by Edith at the NFG Games forums. Once chosen, the system will show a warning message, and then clicking on yes will start the process of loading the hard drive image to the CF card. Once the CF card is ready, we simply take it and insert it into the Aztec Monster CF card port. Now let's turn on the machine. If everything goes right, then we should see the system boot to a file explorer. Whoops, I think we messed up something here. Once I found out that I was unable to boot the system directly from the hard drive image, I did some digging on the internet forums and even posted questions to find out that my machine is a SASI or SASI compatible model and not an SCSI or SCSI compatible model. This simply means that the Aztec Monster SCSI to CF adapter will not work on my machine because my machine needs additional drivers to understand SCSI, SCSI. It can only understand SASI or SASI natively. I requested publicly on forums to ship me a 5¼ inch floppy burned with the Edith master floppy image. seeing my need, an individual who goes by the name Super Deadite on NFG Games forum then shipped me a bootable floppy to boot my machine from. I received the floppy in on my mail, so let's check that out. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, I'm really excited about this. Oh yes, that is exactly what I was waiting for. It works. The floppy drives were able to boot the human OS from the floppy perfectly. However, I'm having some video display issues due to my unconventional video output setup here, which is fine as of now, as the machine is working perfectly. Now I connect my keyboard to it via an x68000 to PS2 compatible keyboard converter. And it works. That's perfect. The human OS, works majorly with DOS based commands, so you can use them. Now let's try switch.x. This program allows a user to configure their x68000 just like a BIOS would do for modern PCs. Now as we can see here, we have different configuration options available for memory, boot, TV controls, colors, setup, SCSI, and everything. I have set the memory to 2 megabytes because that is how much I have installed, and the rest of the settings are fine for standard boot, I guess. Now I have boot the device and I can see that the SCSI is now ready because it shows drive C is available. So let's start a game from the C drive. I'm just blindly typing commands here to launch LHES, which is the file explorer that I mentioned before. Okay, as I do not see the command prompt, I'm just blindly typing in the commands. Yeah, this is tough. And there we go. This file explorer is showing us a lot of important information regarding the x68000, like the RAM usage, the system time, etc. Now let's load and play some Akumajo Dracula. Oh, I need to plug in my joystick. Okay, so now I am playing it with one hand and it is super difficult to do. I load up a previous frame. Oh my god. This is super tough to do with one hand. And I die with my one hand gameplay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this demon. Come on. Come on. Ah. I don't know how much hit it takes. Oh my god. How many hits? Oh, finally. Oh, great. As always, thanks for watching.